Welcome, Helldivers! If you're tired of your battlefield looking like pure, uncontrolled chaos, and you're ready to start playing with some real tactical dominance, well, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get into the ultimate Sentry Guide.
Come on, let's be honest for a second. How many times have you thrown down a Sentry just to watch it get obliterated in 2 seconds? Or maybe it just unloads its entire magazine into a charger's forehead doing absolutely nothing. Or, the worst one, it just swivels around and takes out your squad mate. It happens to all of us, and it's a huge problem.
So today, that all changes. This isn't just going to be a boring list of turrets. No, we're breaking down the hard data, specifically for those high-difficulty missions. By the time we're done here, you are going to know exactly which Sentry to bring for any fight, turning them from a liability into your #1 tool for spreading managed democracy.
Okay, to really get a handle on Sentries, you need a simple way to think about them. So forget memorizing every single stat right now. Just think of them as having one of 3 jobs. You've got your horde clearers for the little guys, your heavy hitters for the big guys, and your tactical support. Well, they control the whole dang battlefield. First up are the horde clearers. Their job is pretty straightforward. Just create a wall of death to stop those swarms of Terminid hunters or automaton troopers right in their tracks. You know, for those moments when you're just about to get completely overrun, yeah, these are going to be your best friends.
So, with the basic ballistic turrets, you're making a choice between speed and power. The standard MG Sentry, it's got a super quick 90-second cooldown. That makes it amazing for just throwing down on the fly to cover a retreat or clear out a patrol. The Gatling Sentry, though, has a longer 150-second cooldown, but it fires way faster and has more than double the ammo. The takeaway is pretty simple. MG for quick, disposable cover, Gatling for when you need to dig in and defend a spot.
Next, we've got our area denial specialists. The Flame Sentry, which you can grab on page 2 of the Urban Legends Warbond, is an absolute beast against bugs, especially in those tight corridors. But the Tesla Tower, it is the undisputed king of crowd control. Its electric arcs literally chain between enemies, frying and stunning whole groups at once. Just, try not to walk into it yourself. Seriously.
All right, let's talk about the big guns. These are your heavy hitters. When you've got a charger breathing down your neck or a Hulk is lighting you up with rockets, these are the sentries you want having your back. Their job isn't to kill everything on the map, it's to kill the single scariest thing on the map.
The autocannon Sentry is like your precision tool. It fires these powerful anti-tank rounds that can stagger and just tear through the weak spots on Hulks and chargers. The rocket Sentry, on the other hand, is all about that explosive splash damage. It's incredible for wiping out groups of automaton devastators or even taking out buildings from a safe distance.
Now for something a little different. A real high-risk, high-reward turret. The Laser Sentry. You'll find this one on page 2 of the Control Group Warbond. It's got this continuous beam that melts through heavy armor. It's like a surgeon against automatons, just slicing up Hulks like it's nothing. But, and this is a big but, it can overheat. If you let it fire for too long without a break, it will literally explode. You have to manage it, or it'll just destroy itself.
Our last category here is tactical support. Think of these as the chess masters of the battlefield. They might not always get you the most kills, but their ability to control and manipulate enemy movement, that's what sets you up for those mission-winning plays.
This is the perfect example of lethal versus non-lethal. The standard mortar sentry just lobs explosive shells. It's great for softening up an enemy base from a mile away, but come on, we've all been killed by a friendly one. The EMS mortar, though? Oh, it's a complete game changer. It fires these non-lethal rounds that create static fields, stunning and slowing down entire waves of enemies, which makes them perfect, easy targets for the rest of your team.
All right, we've covered the different roles. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the hard data. We've put everything you need to know into one simple chart to make your next loadout choice a total no-brainer.
Okay, just look at those 5-star ratings. That's what we want to focus on. For killing heavy enemies, the autocannon Sentry is the undisputed champ, no question. It works wonders against both factions. And notice its active time and cooldown are the same. That means with good placement, you can have almost constant heavy support. For crowd control, the EMS mortar is just meta, period. It stops everything. For clearing out swarms of bugs, the Tesla Tower is your best bet. And against those clankers, the rocket, autocannon, and laser sentries are your absolute go-to picks for cracking open their heavy armor.
And don't just take my word for it. YouTuber Odo said it perfectly. Against automatons, the rocket sentry is literally like having 2 extra teammates on your squad. Its ability to just hammer bot fabricators and heavy units from a weird angle makes it a total powerhouse on any bot mission.
So, knowing the data is one thing, But how do we actually use it to win? Look, a single turret is good, but a pair of turrets that work together, that's when things get unstoppable. Let's look at a couple of my favorite loadouts that do just that.
This one is my absolute favorite all-purpose combo. First, you drop the EMS mortar. It immediately starts locking down entire waves, slowing down even chargers and bile titans to a crawl. Then, you find a good spot with a clear line of sight and drop your autocannon sentry. The result? The autocannon gets a shooting gallery full of big, juicy targets that are barely moving. It is just beautiful to watch.
Going up against bugs, it's all about choke points. Find a narrow path leading to a bug nest and just drop a flame sentry or a Tesla tower right in the middle of it. Boom. You've created a kill zone that's almost impossible to get through. Then, for good measure, put a Gatling sentry just behind it to clean up anything that miraculously makes it through the fire and lightning. The bugs won't stand a chance.
Okay, finally, let's go over a few quick pro tips that will dramatically increase how long your sentries stay alive. This is huge. First, before you throw the beacon, actually face the direction you want the turret to shoot. It saves it from having to turn. Second, throw it to your side, not directly into the enemy's face, so it actually has time to deploy. And always, always, always use high ground. A sentry on top of a rock is safe from chargers, and a safe sentry is a very, very deadly sentry.
And there you have it. You've got the data, you understand the roles, and you have the strategies. You never have to guess which sentry to bring on a dive again. You now have everything you need to make them your single greatest asset on the battlefield. So the only real question left is, what deadly combination will you deploy on your next mission? Now go spread some liberty.